read some of the comments that I have gotten under this video. And let me start off by reading the caption first. I wrote, now I've only ever used virgin hair fertilizer in my hair for the entire duration of having my locks. But I didn't always have time to sit and grease my hair row by row. If you have locks, then you would understand if you use grease. I didn't always have time to sit and grease my hair row by row, so I decided to use something different. I went on Amazon and found Mielle. I don't know if it's pronounced Mielle. I don't know if it's pronounced Mielle or Mielle, but I think Mielle, so let's just go with Mielle. I went on Amazon and found Mielle with almost 5 stars and decided to give it a try. I used it 3 times. So this, I actually went back and, to my records and realized that I used it, I meant to say for 3 months. I used it for 3 months. And I love a tingling sensation of mint, so I thought it was really working. Except this one was tingling a lot, so I'm thinking, damn, this shit working. Well, it was working all right, working to burn my effing roots into bud grass. If you know, you know. I felt a major difference in my roots, so I decided to set up my ring light so I can see. Bruh, cry water. I cried so much. 14 effing years with my locks. And I knew it was this BS ass product because I only use one product at a time. I always, like I said, I've only ever used virgin in my hair. So I only use one product at a time. Anyways, after almost a year of trying to save my hair because the damage was all over my head, I decided to cut it off and start fresh. So I got an undercut. I like it. It was only until after my hair started to patchy patch that I saw all the women here on TikTok experiencing the same thing. Mielle, count your fucking days, enough and love in the things. Let me read some of the comments. Well, some of them was just people being shocked to begin with, but let me see some of them more down. Somebody said, man, I've been heard about Mielle taking folk hair out. It's sad. Somebody said, we've been trying to tell y'all for years to stop using this shit. Since like 2022, their formula started changing. Somebody else said, yep, destroyed my edges. I was so scared and embarrassed. I'm sure she meant scared. I was so scared and embarrassed. I've never had my hair just fall apart like it did when I used Mielle hair products. Let me see. Somebody said, OMG, this happened to me years ago using Mielle. I thought I had a fungus or something because my hair was falling out in patches and that was the only product I was using. Then found out on the internet that their products caused it. I still have the pictures of my hair and head. Somebody said y'all was severely warned back in 2019, but I didn't notice the uproar until after I started using it. You know how the algorithm works. So yeah. Somebody said, baby, the original owner sold the company to somebody else who completely changed the formula. Let me see. Somebody said it works for them. I said, I love that for you. Somebody said, yeah, Mielle effed my shit up too. I only use the Feel products now and it feels much better. Somebody said, I'll never use Mielle again. It damaged my hair so bad. Somebody said it did my mom dirty too. Somebody said this was me with Carol's daughter. Somebody said I used it too. My edges are still fighting for their lives. Somebody said I had a lot more shedding with Mielle. The shedding has gone down tremendously since stopping Mielle. Somebody said that oil tore my hair up. Just ate my hair up. Stopped using it immediately when I realized. Somebody said my locks kept chipping off too. Stopped when I stopped using it. Somebody said, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Mine did the same after using on my locks. Locks falling out. Then I heard she sold the company and that was a wrap. Somebody said, did me like that too. I grew my hair back with Batana. Somebody said same thing happened to me. This was 2 years ago. I used the drops maybe 3 to 5 times total. It's all grown back now, but this was insane. And look at this picture. Yeah, this is just crazy. Somebody said, I told y'all, that's why my mama here. That's why I took my mama off that shit and put her on to Design Essentials. Sorry, baby. Somebody said, okay, baby. Somebody said, so do I need to stop using the shampoo and conditioner? Well, you do what's good for you, babes. Somebody said one of the reasons I had to get a pixie cut. Somebody said one of the reasons I had to get a pixie cut. Let me see. I tried to tell folks that stuff is trash. Let's scroll further down. Somebody said the pomegranate moisturizer did me so dirty. Dried my hair out, made it brittle. My ends were split badly. Hair was falling out. Somebody said I had gotten it and I returned it 4 days after getting it because it was cutting my hair from the front, and now I'm trying to get that part of my hair back. I will never use that product again. Somebody said, shocked because we use this product and have no problems. Different strokes to different folks. Somebody said, might be my problem and my mom's. Shake my head. Thanks for letting us know. Let's scroll a little further down. Somebody said Mielle also caused me crazy breakage. I used a rosemary conditioner. Figured it was the culprit and threw it out. 2 years later, my locks are still suffering. Somebody said Mielle products took out my edges and destroyed my hair. Somebody said same thing happened to me. Honestly, I think it's the rosemary. They never used to use rosemary back in our. They never used to use rosemary in our products back in the day. Now it's in everything, and it eats my scalp up. Let's see. Somebody said that brand is horrible. I tried it once and it made my hair so dry and was falling out. Let me see. Some people also tried to offer me some products. So somebody said, come on over to a natural product brand that's not going to sell out. And that's Natural Ivy. That's Natural Vibes products. So feel free to hit them up. Somebody said, obviously you didn't know Procter & Gamble brought out the brand in 2023. It's not the same product. They changed the formula. Somebody said, same SHIT happened to me. Had to start over. Somebody said, I used it too. Had to shave it off. Somebody said, Mielle and Kaleidoscope. Somebody said, did the same thing to me last year. Somebody said, I literally just cut a patch out of my waist length here because of that oil. Good thing I'm not a perfectionist, but it's definitely annoying. Somebody else said, I had so much hair loss it wasn't even funny. I won't ever go back. Somebody said, come to think about it, I used them and the back of my hair ate out so bad. Somebody said, download Yuka. You will be amazed at how many products are not good. Somebody said, I was bald in 2 spots after the products. They were huge. She sold a company back in 2023, but they're still using the name. She and her husband say that's the CEO and COO, but it's no longer the same product as the original. Somebody said, this is why y'all should get at me. I have great products. I used them my whole lock journey, and now I'm growing other people's locks. So feel free to hit them up. It's The Skin Shop, SHOPPE. Listen, there's so many comments. It's so many comments. I'm gonna see if I can find a couple more. It said, somebody said it did the same thing to both of my grandsons' locks in my hair. Somebody said returning mine tomorrow. ASAP, no Rocky. I know that's right. Unfortunately, the company sold the original formula. Yeah. Somebody said took the whole middle of my hair out. Never again. It did mine the same way. I had to cut my hair, start over. Baskin Leather commented and said, thanks for sharing. Patch test first, which is true, and keep routines gentle. Your scalp will thank you. And I already know what patch tests. Went to cosmetology school, but I guess everything went out the window. Somebody said, my son already has fine curly hair and I used it on him like twice and immediately started seeing it getting thin. Threw it right in the trash. Basura. But yeah, like I said, so many comments of people saying the same thing. Somebody said after she sold it, I stopped using it and cut my locks. Had to start all the way over. But yeah, wait, what you say? Yeah. 1,993 comments. So feel free to go to the comments on my TikTok page. It's just Lax14, the same as YouTube. And you will see, you know, all the crazy things people say. So yeah.